is just for you. You ready for my beef tonight? I'm okay, just treat me right. Come in, me people, come in, me friend. What you gonna do when you come to defend? Question ask, me answer them. Wheel it up and pull it up and mash again. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Oh, yes. Well, friends, good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. A pleasant good night to you all. How is your evening? Mine has been a little bit rough. I was entertaining guests because it was a Super Bowl, so I don't know some have to kind of entertain people for the Super Bowl. So that's what I was kind of doing in the interim. So that's why I didn't see as much videos. I don't see as much likes tonight, like as y'all know how it works already. Friends, please hit the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. Um, I have to search to find the videos even tonight. Yes, because tonight is the night was lovely. Tonight was Super Bowl night. So because it's Super Bowl night, that's exactly why it's like that. It's Super Bowl night, guys. That's all it really is. It's just today was a Super Bowl, so that's all that's really going on. Let's see. Did you oh, give me one bit here. Let me ask a question to y'all. Did you hit the like button? Did you hit the like button? If you did not hit the like button, then go ahead and do so. Then you can click yes. Okay, so let's work on this particular skit. And I'm a little bit tired, so bear with me. But remember, we were talking about Shayla today, and we spoke a lot about prayer today, and we spoke a lot about, what Shayla needed to do and all of that. And some people getting at them feelings, which hey, only does mind. Come on, friends. If you know me by now, you know I have very thick skin. Number one, and number two, you must also realize that as far as O'Neill is concerned, he does welcome different opinions. So people can have different opinions as they go along. Nothing is wrong with that. I still stick and stand where I stand, which is that you can pray on your own. You don't need anyone to teach you to pray. And prayer is something that you do in your spare time. You don't need a particular set of time to come to God. That's all it is. And I'm gonna leave it right there. Let's jump into this thing here with Iman and Angelina. Let's go.
Because I don't really get to watch a whole lot of television. I tend to watch a lot more reruns. But I'll tell you one thing, the way that they have set this up is hilarious. You ever watch this?
Support, baby. Welcome.
Oh, how sweet.
You need something, Mom?
No, babe, I'm good with the soup. Thank you.
I'm gonna go get you some water, baby.
You see? One thing that you can bet on is that not only is Shayla going to be able to pick the best movies, but she's also going to make sure you're well fed.
Oh, yeah. Baby girl do her thing.
I know. And I don't want to be redundant here, but of course, I think it's important to highlight the fact that my daughter she's such a catch.
So Shayla is a catch. All of a sudden, Shayla has become this big old catch that people basically need to see. All of a sudden, Shayla has become this catch. Is Shayla a catch? Let me ask that question to the audience. Is Shayla a catch? And yes, Angela Atkinson, I can answer your questions as far as the PhD is concerned. I'm going to answer your question tonight. I will answer your question. Is Angelina, is Shayla a catch? Because all of a sudden Shayla has become this big old catch. I don't know when since Shayla became a catch, but them say Shayla is a catch, right? Outside of that, like Charmaine said, all of a sudden Shayla is this virtuous woman. She is this woman who is to be exemplified. I'm not quite certain what she's talking about, but is Shayla a catch? That is my question to y'all right now. Is Shayla a catch? That's the question. Is Shayla a catch? Yes or no? So Shayla is not a catch, definitely. Well, Angelina happens to think so. We don't know exactly where she got this from, but she believes so.
A lot of women that are walking the earth that's as kind and as loving and giving and just gives from her heart. She's just this bottomless well of sweetness.
Thank you, Mom. I think he knows. He treats me as such.
What a wise man he is.
You know, my mom ain't playing about me. Not her.
I know. was like, no, Rock. You know, I won't be playing with her though.
Well, this is good because, sometimes we have to remind the men in our lives about just how important it is to recognize the type of woman that you have. You know what I mean? They're not like these scallywags that are all about.
So I had to put the scallywag inside of the title because she did say all of this. Like calling people scallywag is interesting and quite uncanny. So let's work at what Angelina's talking about. If y'all remembered, Angelina the other day was giving a whole speech as to how she was wrong and she never liked what was going on and she was whatever she was saying, the bunch of nonsense that she also, she spewed each time. She was giving us a bunch of nonsense and everything else, right? And even today, when I mentioned again to the audience, and I said what I said, that I felt like her asking Amber to pray for her was disingenuous. I think I'm seeing that again because why not ask your mother to pray since you think your mother know whatever it is and she's here? Okay. But nonetheless, you guys are asking some really, really good question. Where is Diesel? I don't know where Diesel is. Bottomless. Angelina is bipolar. Talking about Shayla. Bottomless she is. Angelina, stop lying. You know Shayla is a gold digging psycho. Well, she knows this, but she not gonna really start admit it. That's what is going on. She not gonna actually be like she understand what's going on. Iman doesn't care about Shayla and Angelina. He doesn't. Because at this point in time, he feels it is a waste of his time. I don't know where this is coming from, but all of a sudden she's gone to different things. A catch to the mental ward. That's a good one. It's a catch. All of a sudden, Sheila is this virtuous woman, like Charmian said. I don't know since when she's become this virtuous woman, but she's given the sales pitch again. You are definitely correct. It is definitely a sales pitch. Why is Angelina calling people's daughter scallywag? And I hope a scallywag, right? Like her daughter is the best thing that happened to men. And that's my point. So if Angelina can call other people's daughters scallywags, then I think we have the right to actually question and criticize Shayla as much as you want. I think we can question her. I think we can. Angelina is always tripping. No problem. Shayla is the bottomless well of something. Boy, read y'all's comments. Where is Diesel? We don't know because we don't know why Diesel is not here to come pick up Angelina because you can see clearly what's going on. Shayla needs to pray for herself. I keep saying this because it's clear. Listen, today some people getting them feelings because O'Neal says Shayla need to pray for herself. Thinking O'Neal is saying that him don't want Amber to give Shayla any forgiveness. Forgiveness doesn't mean I have to pray for you. Y'all need to stop this. Some people have this wherewithal of you say something and them think them want to come take what you've said. Which, hey, it happens. So let me clear it up right now. You know what? Let me clear it up. Let me clear it up again. If I forgive you, I don't have to pray for you. It doesn't mean me not like you. Me just not have to pray for you. It's as simple as that. Rico, we'll talk after this. Let's run into it.
This young lady is dedicated to being a phenomenal mother. She's not out in the streets doing stupid things, looking for like drama and trauma. But she's an amazing young lady. And so I just wanted to continue to drive that home with you, Iman.
Thank you, Mom.
Yeah, so I ain't even gonna lie, cause I'm like, well, I know you saying like cause she's a great girl and everything, but like I'm still like, I'm me too, like, I got going on what I got going on too.
Exactly. Why does he need to do whatever she's asking about? I was wondering when the crazy old Angelina was going to come back out of hiding because it's there. Them I try to see if them can fool the audience with this foolishness. Trying to fool the audience. Don't let the snake bite you. And that's just the point O'Neal is saying. Don't make the snake bite you 2 times because it doesn't necessarily mean that a person has whatever it is. I mean you change because we forgive you. It means you change. We all need to pray for ourselves. That's correct. When you start praying for yourself, then we can talk about praying for you. Pray first, man. Work like a prayer first. Look how obsessive Shayla is. She's hovering over him like she's stuck on him. No, I will say this. I will say that Angelina is not even allowing this again. Angelina is not even allowing Shayla to learn a lesson. She's so caught up on Shayla that she's not even allowing her to learn the lesson she's supposed to learn. Wanted the lesson. A great mother, Shayla needs to pay Aunt and Amber for child support. That's what I would say to her. She needs to pay them for child support. Iman is not Anthony. Angelina can't manipulate him. And that is the problem. Them can't manipulate him. The kind of catch that goes after her friend's husband. We haven't forgotten these things. We not see the repentance yet. But anyway, you know what? Let's run into it.
But I'm not here to get into it with you or nothing.
no,
Like, I
no.
know.
You popping it. No, well, of course. Well, I think the thing is we do understand that, when you're on the road and you have these NBA groupies and these other chicks on the side looking to get your attention, that you just remember what you really have at home. That is going to be so important.
I want them to like see, like, you know what I'm saying, what she got on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, yeah, absolutely. But Shayla already understands that. I think because she's always here for you, you have her wrapped up. Her heart is completely in your hands. And I just want you to be aware of just how sensitive of a matter that really can be.
So are they threatening Iman as to him being the issue meta? Okay. This is what I'm talking about. This is where Shayla get this. Yes, Marquez. Angelina has failed as a mother, and she did a horrible job by raising Shayla. I think so, because her raising of Shayla has no thing within. Shayla need to tell her mom to stay in her lane, but she's not doing this. So all that prior. So let's just say Amber did pray. I'm going to show you something. Let's say Amber had prayed for Shayla today, wasted her time and her prayers for pray for Shayla. Shayla is countering her prayer. This is counter to Shayla's prayer. This here, Angelina, is counter to Shayla's prayer. Angelina is a counter to Shayla's prayer. And this is the next piece for prayer. So this is exactly why you want to pray for yourself, because the truth of the matter is you need to work on it on your own and ask God to show you stuff. Because this is counter. It sounds like a threat. It sounds like she pretty much trying to threaten Iman. It sounds like a threat. Would you have 3 or 4 not getting a ring? So you're 3 or 4 not getting a ring. This is the count of whatever it is. Shayla is screwed up in the head because Angelina raised her with a scally-wag tendencies, and I don't want to hear any more sorry speeches to Amber and the sales pitch. These ladies of God, listen, that's what I'm talking about. It's a sales pitch. This is why I knew today the whole thing with whatever it was a sales pitch, and people can't come trick O'Neal. Because them love try to trick me. It's another sales pitch. It's another sales pitch. Another day of them doing a sales pitch. So this is how you will make a prayer. And you counter the same prayer where you have. So when Shayla is not being successful, it is not because of anybody else. Because of Shayla. And that's exactly why I said that the onus is on Shayla to pray. This was the point that I was raising to some people today. But because them them feelings, right? And because them have a certain way of how they think about God, yeah? That they want to rest on the rest of populace. And you can rest that all you want. The point of the matter is this. God know, if you really truthful about God, it will work. It will work. But nonetheless, let's run into it. Angelina selling hard like she need a sales commission. Wait, she need a sales commission. Y'all are really something else. I swear to y'all are really truly something else. You know what? Let's proceed. Let's proceed with whatever it is. We'll proceed, Shami, then I'll come back to this.
All right. I get that. See, I'm
Well, you've never met anyone like her. You know what I mean? Like, you have absolutely never met a woman with the type of virtue that Shayla has. She's just an amazing young lady.
And I don't think she ever met nobody like. Again, this ain't about that. I was really like, I was floating, and now I feel like I'm falling. So
Excuse me?
I'm a step outside right quick and just get right with the Lord. And then I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'll be right back. This fruit's so good though.
Okay. Let me
Let
just
me
get
get-
you some more.
I'm gonna get right back.
You need a spliff to deal with Angelina. Iman needs a spliff to deal with Angelina. That's what it is. That's what it is. Him need a spliff. If you're gonna deal with Angelina, him need a spliff to talk to Angelina. That's what crazy that is. Them say Shayla is a virtuous woman. Look here now. Only don't bother with me. Don't even start today. Please. The virtuous woman line has taken me out. Is Shayla a virtuous, see me spell it right, woman? Is she a virtuous woman? Me never have it right. Let me make sure I have it correct. Let me make sure I have it correct. Me never have it spelling correct. Is Shayla a virtuous woman? Is she a virtuous woman? A virtuous woman is hard to find. So, in other words, is Shayla this virtuous, lovely lady? Okay, let me let me pull up the new skit, because let me just pull up the new skit ASAP, because this is getting out of hand right now. Let me just pull up the new skit ASAP. Let me pull up the new skit right now. Let me pull up the new skit. So I'm gonna pull up the new skit, friends. Virtuous woman is hard to find. So Shayla is a hard woman to find because she's so virtuous that you can't find her. She's hard to find right now. Those are the levels that Shayla is at. I'm gonna pull up the. Give me just one moment here, friends. Let me pull up the new skit. When don't make O'Neill laughing at the night here. They love give O'Neill joke. These ladies love to give O'Neill a lot of jokes. Especially Angelina love to give O'Neill jokes. Love to give O'Neill a bunch of jokes. You see? Both them are come about. Anyways, let's just work at where they are right now. Let's go.
As much as I've swept up crackers, I intend to eat all of them, so leave that.
Your mom, not too much on Iman. Remember, keep the peace.
Oh, babe, I am the piece.
I was about to say, isn't that what you call me?
Mm-hmm. Are you rationing out
What do you mean?
the crackers? Why do I get two?
Okay.
Okay, I'll take these. Mm-hmm. I'll save you a few.
So here we go again, where she comes in and she decides her mind to go at all of this with her and Shayla. This is why Shayla is the way that she is. I've always been complaining with this with everybody. Every single time I talk about Shayla, this is my biggest gripe with the Shayla character. Everybody think that they are Superman when it comes to Shayla, and Wonder Woman when it comes to Shayla. Everybody is Wonder Woman when it comes to Shayla. Everybody want to come to her rescue. Everybody decide their mind that, oh my God, Shayla has been through so much. O'Neill, you have to understand, all of what she has gone through. Please, spare me.
Maybe. I see why Kai loves these crackers. Goodness. You know, Iman, a little bit about myself, which you may have never had guessed, but I remember when I used to smoke many, many years ago. And I found myself gaining a lot of weight because I just had the munchies. You understand what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I don't understand what you're saying, because people who smoke tend to be a little bit slimmer. Them never normally get fatter. I don't know about anybody gaining weight who smokes. Do you know of anyone that smokes herb and gain weight? Let me ask y'all that because this one is strange to me. Normally, when you smoke herb, what tends to happen to you is that you tend to lose weight. The opposite actually happens. So all of that sound like nonsense. I don't know if anybody at all, but maybe we know somebody and I don't know. And you are correct, Angela Atkins. Angelina needs to go home and go back to where is Diesel? That's the question. Where exactly is Diesel? Me don't know about anybody smoking weed, smoking herb and getting whatever it is. Me don't know why she not shut up. If you ask me, the Angela Phillips, I don't know why she's here tonight doing all of this. Me no know, I don't know of anybody. You get the munchies, but you do get the munchies, but you don't gain weight. You get the munchies. You get the munchies, but you don't gain weight. So what me know, you get the munchies then, but you don't gain weight. That's what I know about it. But it's okay. Let's keep running.
About you?
Or made you stop?
Well, I prefer to look great than to have the extra weight. So.
I get that. Nah, I don't be having a problem with my weight. Like,
Well, I wouldn't guess that, but what I will say is, when you came in, there's a, they have blunt spray and things like this, cologne, things that you could use.
yeah.
You are very pungent, if that's the correct term that I could use.
I don't know. I guess it just never bothered me. Anything I do in front of my mama.
I understand, but since the baby lives here, I don't want to be able to have any problems with his father saying anything to Shayla, because once again, smelling like smoke is it's just not becoming of a gentleman.
Okay. So let me just be very clear. While I think, yes, there shouldn't be any smoking in the house, that's also the repercussion that you run when you don't pay for a house for yourself. When you not pay for your own house, that's what happens to you. You tend to have to succumb to whatever forces are out there because you don't pay for the house. So look on this foolishness. It's just, I can't do it with her today. I cannot do it with her tonight. I can't do it. I believe she's just saying as a message to Shayla so Shayla doesn't continue to try to smoke. Well, that's on Shayla as to what Shayla wants to do. Isn't that so? Iman is not Anthony. And she and her daughter can beat upon. Not quite. Iman should tell Angelina how Shayla had been sharing on the puff puff. He should be telling her that. Did Shayla come back in the house yet? Or is she outside smoking? No, she's actually still back in the house right now. So she just come in just now. Angelina is running Iman off. I think she's actually doing that. So the question now is Angelina running Iman off? Which would be actually a good thing for him if him can work it out with Angelina right now. If him could actually work it out.
Oh, gentlemen?
Yeah, that's you. You've always been so kind and so nice, so I just figured I would just share with you that you and all of your glory, being Iman Shumpert, you just would not walk around smelling like a pound.
Mom.
No, that's the thing. It's okay. I think you're forgetting that, our business, I do this. Like, it's not just, I don't want you to think it's just a thing to do. Like, I actually had to endure a lot of surgeries, like surgery on my finger, surgery on my wrist.
It's for medicinal purposes.
I mean, it helps me. I don't like weaning myself off of, any type of pills, and they kind of feed you that from the doctor, prescription-based stuff, and my choice is to, recover how I recover.
Right. But I think I'm hearing a lot of excuses here.
No,
that's really what I'm hearing.
So Angelina is doing this. Here's what I'm going to say to this. This is what I'm going to say. And this is no, it is weird, but it is valuable. Here's what I'm going to say. If Angelina, if Angelina wants Iman to stop smoking, in the house, then she needs to get Shayla a house. That's the deal. That's my thought process on this. While, again, I understand they do have a kid, but while I understand all of that, I feel like if she wants to actually do this, then you need to go get your own house. Go get Shayla a house. Then you can make those stipulations. Because you're never, okay, if you were to rent a house for me and you were a smoker, I could not tell you how to run said house because you're the one that paid for it. Yes, me as a man, you as a woman, and a your house. I still can't tell you what to do with the house. It's as simple as that. Shayla is going to keep smoking because she wants to do everything that she has to do to keep him. She probably will. Shayla, she about to ruin your relationship again. Well, hey, it was going to be ruined one way or the other. Shingles allow this. You call her Shingles. We, well, he need to tell Angelina that he's buying of renting that house, or he's gonna stop renting the house. Basically, that's what he need to do at this point in time. It's a warning to her. So you're saying it's a warning to her. Okay. I'm loving this conversation, O'Neill. It's a good conversation. Let's look. I'm not I'm not opposed to Iman not smoking in the house. I'm not saying he should be smoking in the house because Kai is there. You are correct. But he also paid for it. And that's the problem with when a man pays for a house or a woman pays for something for you. You tend to have to go by that rule. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't shoot the messenger. That's all I'm trying to say with the entire thing. Let me read y'all's comment. She has a point to protect Kai about the smoking, but she can try to do it in a respectful manner. And she's not doing that in a respectful manner at this point in time. That's the thing. It's all talk and no action. Why not take Shayla over your house? What Angelina needs to do is carry Shayla to your house. Bring Shayla and give her a room to your house with whoever else it is. When you've done that, then know you can make the rules them where you want to make. I've always learned that. When in Rome, you do what the Romans them do. I cannot come into your house and tell you exactly what's going on. And besides, Kai is not even there right now. You are correct. Iman really don't interact with Kai when he's there. He really doesn't, to be very fair. Most of the times he doesn't. Iman is supporting Shayla. Iman is supporting Shayla's home and her other financial needs. Exactly. So in order for you to have any talks, you will need whatever it is. O'Neill, he went outside to smoke. He did not even smoke in the house. Exactly. And I love this, Angela Atkinson. I'm glad that you've even pointed this out. Even more. So basically, Iman has also been smoking outside. And that is what he does. If Shayla wants Iman, him not going to change his lifestyle for Shayla. It's as simple as that. What does Shayla pay? She not paying a bill. And when he not paying a bill, is what happened. Iman pays the bills and got Shayla that house. He pretty much can smoke wherever he wants. He is the man of the house. And her mama shouldn't have nothing to say if she don't like it at all. Get Shayla a house. That's exactly what I've been saying. You can't complain. Get Shayla a house. Since as you don't want her to smoke over there, get a house for her. Anyways.
I'm hearing you saying, no, you make money selling this stuff? Is that what you're saying?
Like I have
He
an
has a whole
actual
business.
brand. This is an actual.
Oh, but do you have to partake in? Do you smoke more than you make? Like, how does that all? How does that work?
I don't have to. I think I'm able to do okay.
Okay, I'm just asking.
I'm able to
simply
cover.
asking.
I'm able to cover the bills that I have.
Well, had you ever thought that maybe just being high all the time isn't a good look just for a
So basically, in a nutshell, her duty was to try to see if she could. Her duty was to try to embarrass Iman. So her duty was to see exactly if she could tell Iman what to do. So Angelina is trying to tell Iman what to do. Here we go again with Angelina trying to tell Iman what to do. And you can't really tell a man who make a lot of money what to do. Ladies, if I were a man and I come around you and you had a lot of money, could I tell you what to do? The answer, I think, would be an emphatic no. You can't really tell Iman what to do. You know, I know what she's trying to say, but she can't tell him what to do. She did do this a lot with Anthony. She did this before. Iman ain't Anthony. He's not Shadar. You are correct. She got the wrong one because Iman is not really into what she was talking about. Angelina did this a lot with Anthony, and now it's with Iman. This is what she does. He needs to tell her to mind her business. Remember when we were talking about Angelina, and I showed you the video with her and Brody. She does this all the time. This is Angelina. All that other thing that she was doing was for a show. That's why I only not believe it. I don't believe I like a show she put on every 2 seconds. I just don't believe a show. Because it's a show. I know it's a show she put on every 2 seconds. She have these shows that she puts on, right? And she wanted to believe the show that she put on. Lord gosh, Angelina, me I tell you, boy. Both of you say she trying to tell him what to do. She have overstep her boundary. Is Angelina overstepping her boundary again? She have overstep the boundaries them again. She have overstep into what she can't step into. If you want to step into this, you need to get into whatever it is. Also, O'Neal, Shayla wants a man there 24/7. So he wasn't doing it when she first got her that house, and he was going to his house, but Shayla doesn't want him to go home. Thank you very much, Michelle. I'm glad to even pinpoint this as well. That's why No, Angela Atkinson, you asked me to take a look at something, and I'm going to take a look at it. I think we have the time that I may be able to look on it, because these jokers, these scallywags, are of different things. Angela Atkinson, what did you disagree with my argument with this? What was the issue with this particular scene? This is your time, Angela Atkinson. I'm giving you the floor. What was your disagreement, Angela Atkinson? It's crazy. What is your disagree? What's your disagreement? What is your disagreement with this scene? In case you guys haven't seen this scene, this is a scene that was brought to me by Nanya. Nanya is the one that brought this scene, right? And thank you very much, Nanya, for doing this. Nanya brought me this actual scene. This is a very, very controversial video because it does have multiple takes with it. What exactly you don't like? Tell me and we can see exactly what's going on with this particular scene. This scene is where Amber is trying to see if she can get a PhD. No, Angela Atkinson, so you're putting words in my mouth. That's not what I'm saying. Again, so Angela Atkinson, you say, O'Neal, you are saying that Amber not supposed to get a PhD. That's not what O'Neal is saying. What O'Neal is saying is, what is the purpose of the PhD? Why are you getting a PhD? O'Neal is saying, if you're getting a PhD just for getting a PhD's sake, it's a waste of time because you're not really doing anything at all, and you're going to put burdens on your family by doing that. And I'm saying right now, the marriage might be able to take that amount of load right now. That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. I don't disagree that people must go back to school and they must better themselves. But again, what I'm saying, again, may I say it again so you hear what I'm saying. I'm not saying a woman mustn't go back to school, because I went back to school, but I also saw the effects of going back to school on my own family. It takes time, it takes energy, and it takes away from a lot of things that you do. Because a PhD takes long to do. You have to sit down and you read a lot of books. You're going to do a lot of a lot of research, a lot of those things. I've always felt like if people are going to get PhDs and you're not going to use them, it's a waste of time to get one if you're not going to use it. Nothing wrong with that, right? But give me a take on it. Okay, so what would you use the PhD for? But if you're trying to say that you are married, you don't have a life, that's not what I'm saying. I think you're putting words on my mouth again. What will she use the PhD to do? That's the question. The question is this: what will Amber use the PhD to do? That is the question. Yes, you're going to do a thesis. What are you going to do with a PhD? Because what is happening a lot in our black society and even in a wider society, but that a lot in the black community, is people go to school for these degrees that they don't use. And what end up happening to them is that them get a bunch of debt. I meet a bunch of girls, I know a couple black girls as well. To me, talk to them have a bunch of degrees that they're not using. Them going at depth. Right now, Amber has a business that she asks for. And I want to think that should pretty much work on that business. But it sounds like she's over the place with different things. Is it that she's going to use the PhD? If that is the case, then go ahead. All right. Me like what you say, Nanya. Me see what you say right, so Nanya. Amber has the restaurant that needs to bulk up. I think marketing would be a better route, but not a PhD. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. You don't need a PhD for run a business. You don't need it. Look, look, friends, I'm not trying to stop anyone from going to school. All I'm saying to you is where you need it for. If you're going to use it, then yes, by all means, go out and go get a PhD. But if you're going to put your family under strain to go get a piece of paper, if you go the marriage where you work for, if you're going to put the marriage that you've worked for in jeopardy for a piece of paper, it's not worth it. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to dissuade anybody from getting a PhD. I'm not trying to give anybody any whatever it is. I'm just asking the question, what will a PhD be used for? That's the question. Amber should have had a conversation with Amber instead of dismissing. I don't think he dismissed her. He just said his piece on it. The onus is on Amber to tell him what she wants to do with the PhD. I don't believe that he dismissed her. All he did was him just tell her about the PhD. So the onus is on her to say, you know what? I want to do a PhD because I'm trying to do da 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 da. But she didn't explain herself either though. It make it sound like him, it make it sound as though him never just give an opinion. He wasn't very dismissive. Him just tell you what him think about a PhD. She's a married millionaire. That's what I'm trying to explain to people. Where you going to use a PhD for do? That's all I ask you. But how did he dismiss her? What you call dismiss? But why question a rich person who can afford to go back and study? But to study what? Exactly. Thank you very much, Ashley. She didn't actually say what she was going back to school for. If that's what she wants to do, Anthony should support her. Well, if she had told him that whatever it is, then at least you could have some amount of argument. But I don't know what is the argument. I don't know what we're arguing. Like we're saying, it's a very controversial take. I never ever stop people from going to school. But I will tell you this, it costs time. It costs time. Just remember that. You are going to do a lot of things. It costs time. I'm thinking flunk education 101. This is another reason why Iman will break up with Shayla again. The third time is a charm. He might just break up with her. That's true. Only I agree with you on the PhD matter. Will Amber be using? Will she lecture? I don't know what to ask me. Like, look, me giving my honest take on it. I'm not trying to be mean. Me not try whatever it is. Me giving my honest opinion on it as well. A lot of times we have been doing this from the other day. People just get PhD for PhD's sake. If it's going to sit on a wall, it is useless. If your PhD is going to sit on a wall, it's useless. It never makes no sense you get it because it has sit on your wall. A PhD is not supposed to be sitting on a wall. It's supposed to be used. When you get a PhD, the school wants to know that you're going to be using it. When you get a master's, the school wants to know that you're using the master's. It's just, for what? Where you go back to school for do? You remember, she just asked for a restaurant. You just asked for a restaurant. So, okay, what happened to the restaurant? What happened to the restaurant? Because remember, What happened to the restaurant? Remember, the restaurant is going to need time. How are you going to juggle school and the restaurant? Because you cannot do a PhD and the restaurant at the same time. You can't. You can't. Maybe a woman who is destitute and has to do it can. But an Amber that already has the means and the monies, she not gonna do it. Because she doesn't have to. So the drive is going to be much different. Thank you very much. This is so true. But Amber should have focused on marketing. Amber knows how to run businesses, and that's where Anthony missed the boat. I don't know Anthony to be a marketer. Amber said she's missing something in her life, but she doesn't know. So going to go get a PhD is what you think you need. That's all I'm saying. It sounds like we're okay. Here's what it sounds like to me. I'm giving you a real true opinion. It sounds like Amber is just firing at a bunch of things. If that's what you're saying, and it sounds like she's fired at a bunch of things and she's not sure what she's trying to do. He could have asked her what was she going to do though, going for though. He could have, but she could have also stated. So two things could be true. In this case, two things could be true. He could have asked her what she wanted to go for, and she could have stated what she wanted to go for. Let me ask you that. Could Amber have stated what she wants to do with a PhD? He gave her an honest opinion. Trust me, the opinion him give her, it sound like how me would have sound with the same thing. It not sound much different. I'm just wondering where you want it for. Anthony's statement was that it was a waste of time for money for Amber to pursue a PhD. That's dismissive in its nature. Okay, all right, we're going to say it's dismissive. But Amber being all over the place is not concrete thinking. Thank you very much, Christopher. So, okay, I'm going to concede that it's dismissive. Okay, let's say it's dismissive. Let us just say it's dismissive. What does she wants to go to school for? You're going to put your marriage on the strain when you look. Listen to me, and listen to me well, from someone that has done this. When you go to school, it takes time. A lot of times, let me give you my own experience. And I think my wife have the same experience because she also has a doctorate. But she actually uses her doctorate. She uses every bit of her doctorate. Me use my masters. Me use every bit of my masters. Now, if you're going to school to go use that degree, hey, you got me. You got me. But if you're not going to use a degree, it's going to sit on a wall and rust. And that was part of what he was saying. But O'Neill, if Anthony had given her a chance, she would have to. Well, now I was making it look like Amber can't speak up for herself. This is how I like when I do them something. Yeah. Look, me love Amber to like you guys, but I always make it look as though she cannot. She can't. It's a bit of do. Make sometime a bit of do. The funny thing is, Nanya should not even need classes. I'm going to tell you why she doesn't need classes. Amber is with a man that is wealthy. Amber needs to leverage Anthony to get her restaurant up and running. What does that mean, O'Neill? When you leverage Anthony, Anthony knows people in the business world who big. Leverage Anthony. Find out the people that Anthony knows for market the business. Find out the people that he knows and try to use their connections and links to do whatever with the business. She can use her funds for a rainy day. I just don't look, friends. I see this one. The only thing I don't like is that everyone wants Amber to do is they shut it down. That everything Amber wants to do, they shut it down. But Shayla always gets what she wants. Okay, that's what you're saying, Shadara. But is she not getting what she wants? Hold on. Maybe I'm missing something. Is Amber not getting what she wants? No. Hold on, Shadara, because Amber has a restaurant that she asks for, and she actually is the one that runs this. Okay. And Angela, while you're saying she wants it for herself, I'm just saying that this is an argument that a lot of women come with. And it's a very, okay, it can present to be selfish. And I'm going to tell you how. Because you put an unnecessary strain on your family because of that degree. In other words, what I'm trying to say is this. Amber just come out of a rough situation with her marriage. She needs to fix that. Amber just wanted a restaurant. She needs to work at that. Adding another thing to all of that is going to create more issues. That's what I'm saying. That is exactly what I'm saying. Focus on the restaurant. That's all I say. Focus on make the restaurant big. Make the restaurant the biggest thing you possibly can make it. That's exactly what I'm saying. Okay. I think we've spent enough time on this topic, but you know what? It's fine. We can also agree to disagree. Is okay. It's fine. Nothing wrong with it. We can agree to disagree on this one. Nothing wrong with that as well too. It's okay. But again, folks, it's one of those arguments that people have been having where they do this thing of, what you call it now? These degrees are done and they cost time and energy. It's not even so much the money, it's the energy it takes to do them. It's almost like you're just doing a degree for a degree's sake. And I always feel like that is disingenuous to the actual degree in itself. Because when you get a degree, the school wants you to use the degree. But hey, you know what? Let me let that go, Shpa, that is. Let's move on to the next skit. Angelina gets into it with Shayla.
Safe like repairs.
Let's get into it. Let's get into it. It's a good topic. I understand, friends. Don't worry. I'm never ever going to bat anybody down for certain things, but I'm just saying. But nonetheless, let's run into it. Let's get into the next piece of the puzzle. We're going to move on to the next things, guys. Rest well, Lydia. Rest well. We're gonna review this skit, and then after this, then we can call it a night. But I understand. Again, friends, I understand. New subscriber, thank you very much for subscribing. Let's get into it. Shayla, Angelina, Iman.
To be people who make excuses in life, right? And making money is good, but you're not going to be able to say that, oh, it's because I make money and because I have injuries. You don't want to be a weed head your whole life.
Mom,
Respectfully.
why are you talking to him like this?
Yeah, it's not that. One, it's a cannabis line.
Oh, it's a cannabis line.
Two,
but you come in here smelling.
Because it's TSA. I just used it, and now, I'm saying I was blue. Now I'm over blue. Y'all.
You see, this is the thing. If you can't even sit down and have a conversation with another adult simply because.
So basically, they're getting into it right now. So I want to respond to your comment, Stephanie. Amber does have a right to change her mind. I don't have a problem. But state what you're changing your mind for. Nobody is cursing. Listen to me, ladies. Don't ever worry about it. You can change your mind, but just be definitive about changing your mind. You can change your mind. This is true, Stephanie. You can change your mind, but be definite. In other words, I'm going to school because I'm going to go do this. I'm going to this because I'm going to do that. And not just, I'm just going to do it because I'm doing it sick. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, let's run back into this. I don't want to rest it. Let's run into it some more.
You are too high.
Listen to me.
That's a problem.
What?
You do not need a man in your life that is always high. That's crazy.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Mom, why are you ruining the night for us?
This is not
what is
ruining.
the point?
We're
You know
having
what?
a conversation,
Maybe you
Shayla.
should leave. Maybe you should leave. So you don't have to smell
Are
it
you
anymore.
serious?
Are you?
Oh, I think Shayla is kicking out Angelina out of the place. Shayla is kicking Angelina out of the place. Shayla is kicking Angelina out of the place. Thank you very much, Charmin. My stepdaughter is doing her PhD and she's stressed most of the time. That is the point people was raising. But Shayla is kicking Angelina out of the place.
You serious?
So
Causing all this ruckus
are
in
you
my house.
throwing me out
Maybe you should just. Maybe we should go home, Mom.
for a man who is clearly a weed head?
Mom, please.
Disguising it as
It's
a
okay.
business.
Okay, just.
I know she's not calling Iman a weed. So basically, Iman is being called a weed head. No, I mean, we know that Iman does his thing. We know Iman does his thing, but he's being really and truly called a weed head. So anyways, let's go.
Just go home.
I am just surprised at you,
home.
Shayla.
But just go home. Just go home. So you don't have to deal with it. You don't have to smell it. You don't have to see it.
Are you smoking too? Is that what you're doing?
Mom, please, just go home.
Oh
Just
my
go
God.
home.
You know
Just
what?
go home.
Let me let you. This is unbelievable. I have had your back in every single thing that has gone wrong in your life, Shayla. And you would stand here, and I'm telling you that although I love Iman as a person, great that he's an NBA champion, but you don't need anyone in your life. It's not judgment.
Yes, it is. Come on.
Oh, and you're gonna walk me to the doors too. Wow.
You gonna put your shoes
I don't
on?
need. You know what? I can put my shoes on outside. I don't care, Shayla. Goodbye.
Hold on, Daniel. Let me see if I see a comment. So basically, Angelina has been walked to the door and has been sent with her marching orders. If you are not so busy, please come by. If you're not so busy, please come by. Nanya says, I'm convinced that she's trying to run him off. She knows that Shayla's mind is gone over that man. Interesting. Well, let me ask y'all this. Hold on. Is Angelina deliberately? Is Angelina deliberately trying to run Iman off? That is the question. Look here, we're not gonna spend too long on this now. We'll get over this. Is she deliberately trying to run him off?
I was just trying to eat the fruit.
Listen, baby.
I was not trying to make you get into it with your mom.
No. Just look at me. I am so sorry. I accept you for who you are. You can get lifted over here. You can do. This is your home, and you'll have peace over here. I'm really sorry. She's tripping. I don't know what's on her mind tonight, but this is your home where you can be peaceful.
Well, it has to be his home though, Shayla, because he has spent the money to live over here. Look, again, I understand that Iman is a person who smokes, but he lives over here and he pays the rent. He's like, I don't know. I knew she was going to tell Angelina to leave. Shayla said she will do anything at all for Iman. It is clear. No, honey, she sell her crabs. Shayla let Angelina knock Anthony in the head. She caught have Angelina talking to Iman crazy. Very, very interesting. Let me read y'all's comments tonight. Angelina to find out about Delicia and Iman. So I want to find out this. If Angelina runs him off, who is going to pay the bills? That's the question, Stephanie. Who going to pay the bills? Nothing wrong, you can get rid of him. But the question is, who going to pay for the bills then? Shayla will get rid of everybody for Iman. Now, I like what they're doing. Because if they do this with Shayla, though, it becomes believable. If they get Shayla to the place where she is so infatuated with Iman that nothing else matters, then the crash out does make sense. The crash out that's going to come after that will make sense. Writers, if this is what you're planning, then I think you have something. If you're planning to get Shayla to the place where no one and nothing matters, including her parents, and she eventually crashes out, right? Then I think that's a good place to put the character, because then when you build the character back up, we can trust it that she went through. Yes. This is true. If the writers can get this done, then I think they are on the right trajectory. I think most mothers would have an issue with their 1-year-old in the house that smells like with Angelina. You taught your child to find a benefactor. This is what you get. That is true. That is true. You are correct on both scales. On both scales, you're correct. This is what Shayla said. He will not let anyone get in. She will not let anyone get in the way of her man Iman. So I like this. I like this. So my question to you is this: will this make her karma? Let's call it karma. More believable. Let me ask y'all that now. Would you become more believable with all of that? Will this become more believable to you guys? That's the question, because I feel like that's what they're doing. I'm not pay for Shayla bill them, Ashley. I'm pay for Shayla bill them. I can't pay. Rico DIY, thank you very much for posting in the chat. Rico DIY constantly post, friends. Please hit the like button and thank you very much, Rico DIY. I do see your efforts don't go unnoticed. Thank you very much. Shayla put Angelina out of the house. Wow, she is not playing with her man. That is correct. She now ramp with the man right now. I like this. It's more believable. It's a get more believable now, Pamela. She now becoming more believable.
Appreciate that.
Baby, I'm so sorry. I really am. I will deal with that.
I'm just like,
yes, you can just.
I was just trying to
that's bad vibes. Like we don't. No, it's good.
Okay, so I think that the writers are playing this well, and it looked to me like Shayla played well as well. Yes, this is what I wanted from the writers all along. I wanted them to give me something that's believable and not the little conjure up thing that they conjure up all the time. I want them give me Shayla going to the depths that she is. This is the believable Shayla that I know. Angelina was shocked that that Shayla escorted her out. This is it's more believable. I can believe, oh, okay, she's this much in love. She didn't act like this with Anthony, correct? Because, well, I get it though, Tina, because I think what's going on, she's saying is, Anthony slip away, and I'm not going to let Iman slip away. It sounds like that's what they're trying to get us to insinuate. Well, I'm insinuating that. That's correct. Shayla knows her mom really takes care of Kai. Iman has 1 foot in the door and 1 foot out the door. The fall is going to be hard. That's correct. Then she'll be more believable. Then you'll probably get more. You might even get some level of empathy for her after you see the karma. So this makes me even more nervous for Kai. This is crazy. I wouldn't be nervous for Kai because I feel like what's going to happen is that, okay, Amber and Anthony, this is what I think, will get Kai. This is why I'm not nervous for Kai. Something tells me that Amber and Anthony will get Kai because they have already started to establish that in the story. If you notice, George, notice that Amber brought it up already. Notice that. By the way, guys, the PhD thing is not a storyline; it's a topic. Let me just put that in there for you guys. It's a topic. It's a topical issue that's happening in our community. Shayla is pathetic. She's giving marriage treatment to a man that sees her as an option. Harder, that is true. That's correct. That the fall are gonna be harder, which will make it more believable, because that's what I've been telling them. Mama's always been able to control and rule Shayla. This is different. And that's what makes this storyline a little bit more plausible, more believable. This storyline more believable. To me, this storyline is more believable. Rico DIY, thank you very much as usual. This storyline is more believable. This storyline is more believable. You can believe it. When the crash out at me, you will believe it. I mean, while Kai is at Shayla's house, she will neglect him with this mindset. True. But then that's why Anthony would be able to get the baby. See, you have to have one thing to have the other thing. It's because of the neglect why Anthony have to get the baby. I hope that she does not hurt someone over Iman. She said that she will do it. Probably will. But then again, that's why the consequence comes in. Because you have to see the consequence, Them have to make the Shayla story where we can learn something from, because right now we're not learning anything. Like Nani and the rest of y'all say. All them say at one point in time is just Shayla winning, and it make it look as though people who do bad things get away with it, and that's not true. She's more desperate about Iman because she lost Anthony. She said she wasn't losing him. I don't think that she loves Iman more than Anthony. I think she's more desperate. That's what it is. She's more desperate. Even the conversation today was a desperate conversation. I wouldn't want to play this part. It's a tough part to play. I'm be honest with you, it's a tough part to play. Angelina has given Shayla horrible advice for years, and this is one of the times Angelina actually was right. But that's the thing, when you've been crying wolf all the time, after a while, yeah, it is what it is. Now that Angelina has seen that she's going to feel more guilty, that she should have been gave Shayla the advice, yes. And that's why the karma now become more believable, because you have to have those pieces. George, don't get me wrong. This is great. That's what is happening. These are teachable moments. That's correct. Because they have to show this. Them have to show this in a George. You're right. Me know what you're saying, George. Trust me, I know what you're saying. They have to show it. I don't think Shayla will hurt anyone else. I don't think so either. But she will get hurt herself. I think that much. One thing we can say about Shayla is that when she is with someone, she will give it her all. Sometime. Put some time on that, Rico. Put some time. Because remember, she was with Arby and she never gave it her all. Remember, said she was with Mike and she never quite give it her all. Listen, when she's with someone with money, she will give it her all. That is what you want to say, Rico. When Shayla is with someone with money, she will give it her all. That's what you want to say. Somebody said the crash out will happen on Valentine's. I think the crash out will happen on Valentine's Day. Goddess, that's a very, very interesting thing. Interesting. Interesting. Well, do you see the crash out happening on Valentine's Day? That's a very interesting timeline for something like that to happen. Valentine's Day. Goddess, that's a very, very interesting day. That's correct, Christopher. Angelina nurtured this woman as a 3 or 4. Shayla and Angelina will both receive karma. This is a must. And that's what I think that they're trying to give us. And I think that this is good. I think this is good. I think so too. I think they're building this up for a crash out to happen on Valentine's Day. Whether it happen on Valentine's Day or not, I think that this is very, very big. Anyway, friends, I am getting extremely tired. And I must go get some rest because I've been hosting all day and I'm extremely tired. But I love you. I love our conversations that we have. Don't worry, we have the topics and the things. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm going to talk to y'all soon. Have a wonderful night. Me love you. I'm going to go get some sleep. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye. Welcome to the Audio Show. All I've got is just for you. You ready for my beef tonight? I'm okay, just treat me right. Come in, me people, come in, me friend. What you gonna do when you come to defend? Question ask, me answer them. Wheel it up and pull it up and mash again.